Well, hello everybody. It is me, the Last Hodler, and welcome to development vlog number 3. So what I want to talk to you about today on the freefaucet.io site is something that we've been working on for about 3 or 4 months now, okay? So the thing with the Free Faucet site is that if you're a free member, or if you're any member of any caliber at all, there is like a limit per day as to how much cryptocurrency you can make on the site. And we really don't like that. We want it to be kind of potentially infinite, how much cryptocurrency you could possibly make on the site. So our remedy to that is Gio Faucets. Okay, so what are Gio Faucets? Gio Faucets are a way that you can stick up like a geo-dependent faucet. So what does that mean? That means that the faucet can only be claimed from a certain specific location. Okay, so think about geocaching, right? You go to a specific location and you claim a prize, right? It's going to be the same as that, but the prize is cryptocurrency. So any user on the site is going to be able to set up a Gio Faucet, and then as people visit the Gio Faucet and claim a little bit of cryptocurrency, you as the Gio Faucet owner are going to earn a little bit of cryptocurrency for that, okay? Whatever the user who claims your Gio Faucet gets, like the amount of cryptocurrency they get as a reward, you will get 10% of that reward as like an affiliate bonus, I guess you could say, right? It's your Gio Faucet, you should be rewarded for that Gio Faucet. So we've been working on the implementation for Gio Faucets for quite some time now, and yesterday we opened the Gio Faucets to the public beta, the community beta, I guess it was. It wasn't really a public beta. We allowed some of the users who wanted to test the Gio Faucet functionality to kind of have a little bit of a sneak preview into what it would be like to set up a Gio Faucet, and also to kind of like spot some bugs that might be lurking there, because it really hasn't been like fully tested yet, okay? And what that did was it revealed to us that there is a couple of little kind of minor things that we need to do to the Gio Faucets, but for the most part, they're nearly ready to be launched to the wider community. So everybody on the freefaucet.io site is now going to have the opportunity to create their own Gio Faucet within a couple of weeks and start earning even more cryptocurrency from the freefaucet.io site by placing a Gio Faucet in a place that might be like a high volume, high traffic place, and people will be coming by and scanning the Gio Faucet, or maybe it's just going to be kind of somewhere that people will want to visit and scan your Gio Faucet, right? So you might want to put them up in your school or your place of work, or maybe there's a board at your gym that you can stick up brochures, anywhere like that where you're able to kind of present, that you have autonomy over, and that you can present a little QR code is going to be the perfect place for you to set up a Gio Faucet. So that's kind of the premise behind Gio Faucets. And now let's actually take a look at what the Gio Faucet interface is looking like so that you can get kind of an idea of how close we are to releasing this thing. And I really think that Gio Faucets has the potential to be absolutely huge. You know, we saw with Pokemon Go, it just absolutely exploded. And really, Gio Faucets is very much like Pokemon Go. The only difference is that you actually make money by interacting with it. So in my opinion, it's even more exciting than Pokemon Go, which I was really into when it was released. It's a pretty sweet game. So without further ado, let me give you a little bit of a preview of what we've got going for Gio Faucets up to this point. All right, so here we are. This is the landing page for Gio Faucets, okay? So I wanted the most prominent thing on this page to be the Gio Faucets map. And this is going to be like a world map of where every single Gio Faucet in the world that's active is going to like be displayed. So you can come to this page and have a look on the Gio Faucet map and find the Gio Faucets that are like local to you and walk to them and claim from them, right? So this is going to be like the main sort of feature of the Gio Faucet's main page, right? And so when you make a Gio Faucet, it immediately appears on this map, right? And then people can like click it and be like, okay, that's not a good example. Here we go. This one's at Soho, London, UK. This one's at 7175 Shelton Street, London, right? And you would literally walk there and see a QR code stuck up at that address and claim it, right? And so there's a little bit of an issue that I realized that I need to add to this map, okay, before it's completed and is ready to be like sent out to the universe. So when you create a Gio, let me show you exactly what happens. So you go to create a Gio Faucet by clicking this button here. Okay, so this is like the create a Gio Faucet panel, okay? And you'd give yourself your Gio Faucet a name. Let's call it my awesome faucet. And the address is going to be number 56 what's going to come up if I put 56? 56 Boylston Street, Boston, right? And I can choose like a custom background if I want, or I can just have this like default, do you want crypto, please scan here background. So I'll just use the default background for now, just to show you exactly what happens when I create a Geoforce. So it says, okay, and this is just a debugging message. It just says, okay, success, your Geoforce has been created at this link. And then when we click the Geoforce map, it will show up on the map, and we'll be able to, well, the whole community who are looking for Geoforce will be able to see it, okay? And so here it is, I think, that's it? Yeah, so that's the Geoforce I just created, but there's a problem with that, and that is I could just create a Geoforce in anywhere, any location I like, and then it will display on the map, and people will go to that Geoforce and they won't be able to find the QR code because I never put it there, okay? So what I'm gonna have to add before I release this to the community is like a verification process. So what that verification process will probably look like is you make a Geoforce, okay? It doesn't appear on the map yet, and it says, okay, now go to that location, stick up the QR code and scan it, and then it will be active, right? Because I don't think it's going to be much of an issue for people to make a Geoforce, put it somewhere, scan it, and then take it down. Like that's probably going to happen a little bit. So we'll need like a reporting process where users can like report a faucet that's no longer active, and then we can kind of like clean them up as they get removed by people or vandalized or whatever like that. But for now, I think the most important thing to do before releasing the Geoforce is kind of like introduce a mechanism by which we can sort of verify that the Geoforces are actually where they say they are before putting them on the map. So once that has been implemented and tested by a few beta testers in the community, and if you'd like to be involved with that beta testing process, please hit me up on the Discord, and I'll give you a whole bunch of claims as a thank you for beta testing this stuff. So if you're interested in doing that, please definitely let me know. But once that is done, then it's going to be ready to launch into the world, and I think it's going to do really, really, really super well. And like I seriously can't wait for that to happen. So that's just going to be awesome. So there's absolutely no time like the present. I got straight to work on implementing the verification, activation maybe you would want to call it, protocol for activating a Geoforce once you have created it. I started by implementing some new fields into the backend database that record whether the Geoforce has been activated, and if it hasn't, when the Geoforce gets scanned by the user, it redirects them to the activation page, and then the Geoforce can be activated by its creator. Now, I probably look like a completely crazy person talking to myself, but actually Barnyard was sitting right behind me, helping me implement this new protocol. And so we spent about 30 minutes implementing the backend for this new protocol, and then we got straight into implementing the front end. All right, it is about 4.5 hours later, and I've implemented the Geoforce activation process now. So now it's time for me to hit the gym and then sleep like a baby until tomorrow, where I'll be testing and polishing the user experience for the whole thing. And then there'll probably be after that another round of community beta testing. So again, if you want to get involved with that, make sure you let me know on the Discord, and I'll give you a secret invitation to that. But that's pretty much all from me, guys. And remember, as always, to hodl for as long as possible.